Hey there, I am Chica Jo, and I'm sitting here on the bow of sailing vessel Triple Fin, our Norm Cross Tri. We're here, you're just about to see some pelicans scooting by, which is so pretty. We're here at wild, remote Punta San Telmo, along the Baja side of the sea. And we have made a video to share with you a solution that we came up with for this problem that you've probably experienced if you have a sailboat yourself. So you know those days where you're trying to get somewhere, but you really don't want to fire up the damn stinking, noisy, polluting diesel engine that's expensive, and there's whales around, you don't want to disturb them or other marine life. So you're just creeping along all day, 12 hours, just to get 8 nautical miles. And somewhere in the middle of the day, here comes another sailboat with their sails down, and they're just buzzing right past you, getting where you're going in just a couple hours. And so in order to not feel like a complete chump, you have to paint them as a douchebag. Or sometimes, shoes on the other foot, and you're the one who's got to get somewhere, and you're sick of just watching your foresail flap around in the minute breeze. And so you fire up the damn diesel, decide to spend the $100, listen to the noise, smell the stink, feel bad about the wildlife you're disturbing. And along the way, you pass some poor schmuck with their sails up, and now you feel like the douchebag. Hey, Gizmo. So we, on Triple Fin last year, finally solved that problem, and a host of others, by going completely off-grid. We have full-on solar energy and an electric motor. So now we can get around on super calm days from place to place. We've got usually energy to spare, at least here in Mexico. So we're pretty excited about it. That's why we made the video you're about to watch, just to show you kind of how we did it and what it's like. In the future, though, we're going to be making videos for you that highlight the really awesome creatures that we study out here, including plants. So stay tuned for those, and we'll have a lot of fun. Hug yes. Thanks. Hey, buddy. You ready? You're being a good boy.
Well, we're aboard Triple Fin, or sailing trimaran in the Sea of Cortez, and we just got an electric motor. We have a whole bunch of solar power and wind power and a huge bank of batteries and everything to go with it. So I'm just going to give you a little walkthrough here and show you what it's all about. Starting right down here, these are some walkable panels, and each one of those does 200 watts. We have 8 of them, 2 here on this side of the deck, 2 on that side of the deck, and 2 on the side of the hole over here and 2 on the other side of the hole there. So that's about 1600 watts. Then we have these. These are each one of them 620 watts. They're bifacial, so we get a little bit of energy from underneath bouncing off with the sun bouncing off the water and whatnot. And they're split cells, which means that this is basically one panel here, and that's another panel. So if one part is shaded, like from the rigging, the other one still works. So we have all of these. Over here, we used to be a ketch. We had a mizzen mast right here coming up, but it really never did that much for us. So now we just got rid of it, and we got this whole structure here with 6 more of these solar panels, which contribute way more to our potential speed than our little mizzen did. Our sail balance, our sail plan is a little off now, but it's totally worth it. And if you keep on going around there, we have another 2 panels there, and then another, there's another 2 over there. Hey, honey, you're in the shot. Okay, life aboard Triple Fin. Come on, I'll show you the inside. All right. I'll show you some of the interior components now. Right down here, we have what used to be our diesel tank, our water tank's there, And then over here, we have the engine compartment. Now, we got rid of about 700 pounds of weight with getting rid of the diesel tank. It also cost about $500 to fill it up every time. But now we've got a couple batteries down there and room for stowage. Let me just show you a quick peek at that. Oh, hey, how's it going?
I think I'm good.
This is one of our Powerwall style batteries. Each one of these is 100 amp hours at 48 volts, or actually 52 point something. And we've got 8 of these total. And again, we've got all this space for storage now. Keep it up. Show you our control panels. So over here, we got the Victron monitoring system. You see we're at 100%, and frankly, we stay at 100% most of the time, unless we're out there motoring a lot. It'll drop down to about 90% overnight if we're using a lot of appliances. So that's about a little over 40 kilowatt hours of battery power that we have, which is enough to potentially motor all night long, but only at about 2 knots in the winter. We'll see what happens in the summer. But we have enough energy to run water heater 24/7, all electric appliances, 2 refrigerators, the central AC heat pump, water maker, dive compressor, pretty much anything you could think of. We run off of this. Okay, let me show you the engine compartment.
Whoops.
Okay,
Again.
you are. Yeah,
Here.
we do have a very spacious engine compartment, as it turns out. Which makes it great for these Powerwall style batteries, not the Tesla Powerwall, but since we can mount them on the sides of the hull like that, we've just got a whole lot of space to put batteries, and you can still see there's also plenty of space here to work in. So this is our motor right here. It is a electric yacht, 30 kilowatt model. And one of the cool things about this is there's actually 2 motors, a motor here, and the controllers for the motors are here. And that means it's a completely redundant system, which means that even if half the motor completely died, you'd still have the other half. So there's more I can go into about that, but that'll suffice for now. It's been doing really well for us so far. And over here on the other side, we have all Victron components. Here's our inverter. It's 5,000 watts. We have 3 solar controllers. We've got 2 big solar controllers. Each one of those is running half of our big bank of solar panels. And then this one runs the flexible panels right here. And it took a lot of time to put this together. We started out with this boat with all kinds of non-marine grade wire, speaker wire, if you can believe that, extension cords, and we pulled out maybe 1 kilometer worth of wire and put back over 1 kilometer worth of wire into this boat. Big job. But we're happy with the results so far. Here.
Careful over there, sugar. I got pepper in my throat.
Well, and now for the sea trial. We've got some actually good conditions for sailing right now, which isn't that common out here, so we'll be putting our sails up in a minute. But this is just a little example of what we can do with our motor and power. Right now, we're taking in about 3 kilowatts, 3.1 of solar, and we're using about 2.5 kilowatts in power with the motor, and then other systems and everything are using another few hundred watts. So we're breaking even right now with about 1100 RPM, and we're going 4.9 knots. We normally wouldn't be able to go quite that fast, but we've got a nice tailwind, again, good for sailing. But this is what we can do just under solar power. Now, again, we've got a total of 8 kilowatts of power. We won't really realize that until the summer, so we'll see how that goes. But right now, if we were to just go at the speed we're going, let me see. Right now, you can't see it, but it says we would have 239 hours of power left if we went as we are right now. So we're in pretty good shape. But if we speed up, we'll see that the power consumption, as you may know, increases exponentially with speed. But again, we have good conditions right now, so we're just going to go ahead and crank it up to 10 kilowatts and see what that does. And right now, if we kept on going as we were, we could be going this speed for 16 hours. And some douchebag just waked us. But we're at 6.4 knots, so not a huge increase in speed for all that more power. We might get a little more once we get past this wake. Let's just go ahead to, let's say 15 kilowatts and see what we get. And so now we are at 7, and this is about our hull speed for motor. When we're under sail, we can go faster than the motor hull speed. But that's about as fast as we could get with our 55 horsepower diesel under full throttle. So, and we're only using about half of the potential of this energy right now. So I don't know if we'll ever use that full 300 or 30 kilowatts of power on this thing or not, but suffice to say it's doing everything that we need it to do and a lot more. And at this power we could be going 3 hours and 47 minutes, which is plenty to get to our destination. But as I said, this is an unusually good sailing day here out in the Sea of Cortez, so we're going to go ahead and put our sails up, because why not?
Paul says we need some commentary here. Well, that is the sea lion. Slinko kids! Oh, there's Giz on Dolphin Watch. Good boys.
No comment. Oh, yeah. Oh, man. Very serious at the helm. Paul, is that a brown booby?
It's a bird.
Are those the goat tits?
Yeah.
Where? Oh, that's from the Tetas, looking down at San Carlos Harbor.
Yep. All right. We've arrived in San Carlos. It took us about 3 hours to get here, and we were cruising about 5 to 6 knots. We didn't end up sailing because the wind died. So again, we've got an electric motor, so we're solar sailing. And we got our batteries down all the way down to about 75%. So we didn't use a whole lot of our batteries, and it should charge up to 100 by the end of the day. This is Joe,
Hey.
And I'm Paul. So we're the owners of Triple Fin. And what do you have to say, Joe?
Yeah, well, the one thing Paul forgot, which is pretty smart if you're a sailor and you own a sailboat, has to do with cost. And I just wanted to mention that we would have spent about $1.5 million doing this on like a brand new yacht. But with Triple Fin, our old sailing trimaran, that's a Norm Cross, we spent about $50,000 on the upgrade to full-on solar and an electric motor. So that gives you an idea kind of what you're in for if you go this route. And we would love to hear from y'all. So if you're interested in going electric, or if you have and you just want to share some stories, we'd be happy to do that. So drop us a line.
Yeah, do drop us a line and or stick some comments down below. And also a big thanks to the man behind the camera there, Niels Hoover. You can see a link for his site down in the comments.
Singularity lizard.